Okay, so for today's pet spotlight, we'll be talking about the Ore Eater. One of the, I think, I made like a list of all the tier 1 pets, like the best pets that you can PvP with right now. And there's about 25 of them on there. Ore Eater is one of those 25. I'll have to release that video sometime soon. Ore Eater is a top tier pet because he has a few things going well for him. But first, let me talk about how you get your very own Ore Eater. I suggest just buying one off the auction house because without that, you have to rely on luck. You get these guys from red Goron eggs. They drop from those little, what are they called? These things. They look exactly like the Ore Eater. Whenever you mine something in Draenor, they'll sometimes pop up after you mine something and then they'll attack you, and they have like a 0.2% less than 1% chance to drop, so it's really rare to actually find one, and the best bet is just to buy one off the auction house or just mine a crap ton. I did mine a crap ton on my priest before I changed out the mining profession and in Draenor, and I didn't see a single one drop, so it's really low drop. Really low drop rate. I just suggested buying one. Also, if you buy the red Goron egg on the auction house, you probably have a better chance. It's probably cheaper than just buying one of these, but the best breed definitely is the SS type because he's pretty fast. 341 speed is enough to outspeed a lot of the speedy pets in the meta, like the Fiendish Imp, who you definitely want to outspeed. Fiendish Imp only has 333 speed. That's super fast, but Ore Eater outspeeds it in spades, so that's great. Ore Eater is also on my team with the highest amount of wins, 15-2. My so cute team that abuses the Alki plushie, what is it called, the Elec plushie. So he's pretty nice. Okay, so on to his actual abilities and why he's OP. First off, he's got shell armor. It's basically because of shell armor. Shell armor is really ridiculous right now. There's only 2 pets in the game with shell armor right now. That's Hydraline and the Ore Eater. And they're both tier 1 pets basically because shell armor is just ridiculous right now. If there aren't other pets with like a similar ability, like all of the dire horns, here, let me put one up here. That way I can look at its ability. Yeah, with Trihorn Shield. Trihorn Shield is like a similar effect that all dire horns are able to use. Let's see if I can search. Yeah, all the dire horns. Oh, it looks like I have all the dire horns. That's neat. Anyways, yeah, Trihorn Shield is the only thing similar to it, where it reduces damage by 154 for every attack against you on a 5-round cooldown that lasts 3 turns. Shell armor is 200. So it's about 50 more damage reduction, which is, I mean, Trihorn Shields, that's still like a pain in the ass to go against, but Shell Armor, it's a little bit better with the exact same cooldown and duration. They both have a 5-round cooldown, they both last 3 rounds. And this guy right here has more attack. See, he has 289 attack, and his Trihorn Shield only reduces damage to 150. This one only has 250 attack, and his Shell Armor reduces damage by 200. Actually, how much does Polonius reduce it by? His shell armor is 231. Yeah, the Hydraline takes even less damage than the Ore Eater, unless you have like a power Ore Eater. He reduces 250 damage, but at 200 damage you're basically not taking any damage, and the damage you do take you just heal up thanks to his humanoid ratio. He heals up for 4% of his health every turn that he does damage. Plus he's got a dot, which is just really good on a humanoid. Now then, on to his other move list. Unlike the Hydraline, who is a tier 1 pet too and is really good, Ore Eater is actually able to take advantage of the really ridiculously high amount of damage reduction from shell armor with Body Slam, in that he doesn't take any of the recoil damage. Body Slam is balanced around the fact that it deals about 200 damage to yourself while also doing a crap ton of damage only on 1 turn cooldown. If you have shell armor up, you don't take that recoil damage, so you just hit really hard. So what you do, like its common rotation for Ore Eater, is to set up shell armor. Since you go first in the round, you'll probably get like 1 extra turn out of that shell armor since they'll hit you and you won't take any damage, or you'll take a significantly reduced amount of damage and you straight up will not take damage from dots or multi-turn hits abilities. Then Once you have shell armor on, you use body slam, and then just use acid touch to put up the dot, and then body slam the second time, and then shell armor will be off by then. So you can get off 2 body slams during a shell armor, and that's why you mainly want to use the dot on this guy. You can use punch too, but with how much body slam you're going to be doing, the dot is probably going to net you more DPS in the long run. Plus, like I said earlier, dots are pretty great for humanoids, since you can switch them out and they'll be healing up in the back row if it does damage. Okay, so I think she... Actually, you know what? I think that covers everything. You don't need the SS type, because there are a couple of other pets out there who are tier 1 only on a certain type. Like, the Fiendish Imp is definitely one. He's only tier 1 if he's SS. The Rabbit, only tier 1 if he's SS. Bronze Whelpling's only tier 1 if he's SS. Death Adder Hatchling, so on, so on, yeah. But this one, the SS is definitely the best breed, but you can use the other one just because of how ridiculous shell armor is. Even if you go second in the round, you'll still do fine just because shell armor is great. And the power type is actually kind of weak for a full power type. So, I mean, he does hit pretty hard if you really want that, and it's fine. You'll win a lot of games anyway just because shell armor is ridiculous. And actually, you know what? The body slam will hit pretty damn hard too. And you'll actually take less damage from the other guy since the power does increase the amount shell armor absorbs. But you'll take the least amount of damage overall because you'll be going first more often than not.